Meanwhile, Auntie Sophia stood in the doorway of the guest room long after the lights had been turned off. Sweetness room. The bed was neatly made, just as it had been the day she left. Her slippers were still under the bed, untouched. Auntie Sophia noticed everything. She always did. "She didn't come back," her husband said quietly from behind her. "I know," Auntie Sophia replied. Her voice was calm, but her mind wasn't. Sweetness was not meant to disappear like this. Not now. Not when everything was finally aligning. They had waited years. Years for the right moment. Years for the paperwork to mature. Years for Sweetness to grow old enough without becoming suspicious. And now she was gone for one night. And already, things were shifting. Her husband leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "Do you think she suspects anything?" Auntie Sophia stepped into the room and slowly sat on the edge of the bed. She ran her hand across the blanket, thoughtful. "No," she said. "Not yet." "Then why didn't she come home?" "Because she's scared," Auntie Sophia replied. "And scared people look for safety elsewhere." That irritated her. Sweetness was supposed to feel safest here. This house, this family, this lie. "She's getting independent," her husband said. "That wasn't part of the agreement." Auntie Sophia's eyes hardened slightly. "Independence is fine. Curiosity is not," he sighed. "She met someone." "Yes," Auntie Sophia said calmly. "And that's the problem." They didn't speak for a while. They didn't need to. They both remembered the meeting years ago. The first conversation. The offer that changed everything. It wasn't a threat. It was a promise. Sweetness was valuable, they had been told. Not because of who she was, but because of what was tied to her name. Something left behind. Something locked. Something unfinished. And Sweetness was the only clean door left. Back then, Auntie Sophia hadn't hesitated. Greed made decisions easy. Across the city, Sweetness lay awake on Maya's couch. The room was quiet, but her thoughts were loud. She replayed everything in her head. The messages, the bridge, the man who warned her not to trust anyone. Not even him. Especially not him. Yet somehow she felt more afraid of the people she couldn't see. She hugged the blanket tighter around herself. She missed Nigeria. Not the struggle, but the simplicity. Life had made sense then. Now it felt like she was standing in the middle of a story she didn't understand. Reading lines meant for someone else. Back in Auntie Sophia's house, the phone buzzed. A message appeared on the screen. She didn't return. Auntie Sophia stared at it for a moment before typing back. "She will." Her husband watched her carefully. "You sound confident." "I have to be," she replied. "Confidence is the only thing keeping us valuable." "What if she doesn't come back?" he asked. Auntie Sophia stood slowly. "Then she'll learn," she said, "that the world outside this house is much colder than she thinks." She walked to the window and looked out at the quiet street. Sweetness had always been polite, grateful, easy to guide. That was why she had been chosen. "She doesn't know what her parents left behind," her husband said. "No," Auntie Sophia agreed, "and she doesn't need to. All she needs to know is that we helped her when no one else did." That part wasn't entirely a lie, which made it easier to live with. At Maya's apartment, Sweetness' phone buzzed softly. She glanced at the screen. No name, no number saved, just a message. "They'll look for you soon." Her chest tightened. She didn't reply. She was learning. Back at the house, Auntie Sophia's phone buzzed again. This time the message was shorter. "Time is running." She inhaled slowly. "We need her calm," she said to her husband. "Not cornered. And if she won't come back willingly?" Auntie Sophia turned to him, eyes sharp. "Then we remind her who she owes." She didn't know where Sweetness was. Not yet. But she knew something else just as important. Sweetness would eventually need answers. And when she came looking, Auntie Sophia intended to be the one waiting. Miles away, Sweetness stared at the ceiling, heart racing. She didn't know why, but she felt it deep in her chest. Whatever followed this night would change her life forever. And once the truth surfaced, there would be no going back.